Major news in the Cardano ecosystem: Cardano's project World Mobile, which is attempting to bridge the gap between the unbanked and unconnected and underconnected throughout the world, has now received approval in the United States to expand. As we know, World Mobile is currently deploying air nodes in many parts of Tanzania and Africa to bring connectivity to the unconnected. As you guys know, Charles Hoskinson's mission behind Cardano was to bank the unbanked. And we know that over 3 billion people in the world, many concentrated in Africa, are unbanked. And to bring banking, or this crypto financial ecosystem, to these people, they need access to the networks, the internet. And so the first step there is bringing them data capabilities that they may not have. Right here on the screen is total number of air nodes that World Mobile has already deployed in Africa is 412, with this map of the air nodes that have been deployed in Zanzibar and many parts of Tanzania, it looks like. And so we are now hearing that World Mobile has gotten approval to move into the United States. World Mobile secures a licensed spectrum in the United States. Licensed spectrum in the US will form an integral part of World Mobile's hybrid dynamic network solution, working in conjunction with shared and unlicensed spectrum across both aerial and ground assets to deliver wide-ranging connectivity at affordable prices. World Mobile has secured up to 20 megahertz of spectrum in markets within California, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah, states which suffer widespread underconnectivity, especially within rural regions. The secured spectrum that World Mobile now has will pave the way for deployment of decentralized network infrastructure known as air nodes within these states ahead of the planned launch of air node sales. With licensed spectrum secured, World Mobile will become a full member of the GSMA and be officially recognized as the 52nd mobile network operator in the United States, pending approval from the FCC. The World Mobile CEO, Mickey Watkins, said, "By securing licensed spectrum, we're signaling our intent to revolutionize the connectivity landscape in the United States. Securing spectrum strengthens our position to deploy our network and support a profitable sharing economy. We believe in harnessing the collective power of individuals and communities to create a more inclusive and connected world." Now you can see more information on World Mobile's new US-based website. Let's connect the United States, connecting the unconnected. And again, the big part of this is connecting the unconnected, because to get access to cryptocurrencies and the blockchain, you need access to the internet, to these mobile networks. So World Mobile says World Mobile is on a mission to bring low-cost, reliable internet access to the underconnected areas within the US using cutting-edge technology, like one of these air nodes, as you guys can see on the screen, a little blimp. Continuing on, World Mobile provides the solutions to connectivity. 22.3% of Americans in rural areas lack coverage from fixed terrestrial 25 download, 3 upload megabyte speed broadband. 27.7% of Native Americans living on Indian reservations lack coverage from fixed terrestrial broadband, and 24 million people in the US, which is about 8 or 9% of the population in the US, live in digital deserts without broadband access or internet connectivity. So how does it work? Well, World Mobile posted this little clip-it video that shows exactly how World Mobile works. Super air nodes go 11,000 feet in elevation, up to 40 miles of coverage radius, delivering direct connectivity to user handsets and indirect connectivity via these air nodes. They love these blimps. World Mobile deploys super air nodes. Air nodes owned by the community are deployed alongside super air nodes to increase coverage and capacity, kind of like a meshed network. Connection, offering meaningful connections at a fraction of the cost of other mobile network operators. They said providing access to financial services, digital banking, insurance, and economic freedom of choice. This is what World Mobile is out to do. World Mobile utilizes these aerial and terrestrial infrastructure, blockchain technology, and hybrid connectivity to create the unstoppable people-run mobile network, offering affordable, ubiquitous coverage in extremely expensive coverage areas. And so this is what they are looking to do. In New Hampshire, they've been testing the network technologies across quaint towns and open spaces in New Hampshire. Their super nodes, coupled with ground-based air nodes, provide coverage and capacity in the most cost-effective and efficient manner. The sharing economy. World Mobile's sharing economy underpins its unique network model where infrastructure is owned and operated by the people. This ensures that everyone benefits from a mobile network that is both more efficient and less expensive than what is currently available. And it's not your average network. Low cost, sharing economy, we already covered those. And so that's what they're looking to do here in the United States. And they're not just operating in the US, they're expanding into the US. And now they have the approval from the, with this 20 megahertz of broadband access of spectrum in these 4 states. And so this is just the beginning, right? And this is what I think is really going on here, because you may be saying like Cryptoviser, like why are they expanding in the US? That's not, people in the US are not unbanked. Well, they're underconnected. And remember, in Africa, these people are unbanked in many parts of Africa. And so bringing this connectivity into Africa, it is very, I would imagine, very expensive to set up these nodes, get all the equipment, the talent to actually install these, and then the upkeep of them. And we know in many parts of Africa, they're not making, that much money off of, what the people are consuming there. Total network consumption in 24 hours is just over 1 terabyte of data usage. There's about 16,000 unique users in the last 24 hours from when I'm recording this video. And so what I would imagine that World Mobile team is doing here is expanding into the United States because they know, number one, the government is funding some of these broadband access programs. So this is basically like if you have the technology and the equipment and the resources to build it out for free money, why would you not do that? And then they can take that money and then reinvest to build out the network even larger, to reinvest in these areas of the world, like many parts of Africa, that don't have the access to these traditional networks. And so it probably will be more profitable from a business standpoint by operating in the United States, and then they can take that money and reinvest it to continue to expand in other areas of the world that are underdeveloped and becoming those developed nations of the future. And so this is exciting. This is exciting for Cardano. It's really exciting for all of blockchain because that is World Mobile's goal, is to connect the unconnected or connect the underconnected, and not just connect them to the internet, but also connect them to the blockchain. And these areas in Africa seem to be very open to a lot of blockchain. We know Jack Dorsey is in Africa, really pushing the Bitcoin standard there. We know that Cardano had some exposure in Ethiopia with digital identity in that country, for specifically starting with student records. And this is going to continue to expand. These areas that are underdeveloped have more of an incentive to move forward with this newer technology and try new things. And especially when these projects like Cardano or the Jack Dorsey and Bitcoin are going in there and funding the development of these programs, understanding that the future returns will probably outweigh what they're investing right now. So World Mobile was founded in a far-reaching goal to connect everyone everywhere while advocating for economic freedom and dignity. And half of the world is unconnected. When you discover the giant problem, it's nearly impossible to ignore it. There's nearly 3 billion people unconnected globally. That's half of the world. And it turns out there's a reason. The mobile network industry won't invest in the last mile to reach remote places because it's not profitable enough, leaving half the world disconnected from digital society and the inclusion of opportunities it provides. Imagine you go to an area that does have a community, they're building and they want to grow, and they don't have the access to just this technology. When you give them access to the internet, give them access to financing, banking, cryptocurrency, blockchain, this opens up so many new avenues of reach for these people to grow their businesses, to grow their intelligence, right? Or I shouldn't say intelligence, but grow their knowledge base, to really tap into their intelligence and intellect levels. And when you give them these opportunities, many people are going to take it and they're going to grow from it. And this is why I believe World Mobile is so important here. When World Mobile began, I was skeptical. I was like, this is one of those projects that they're going to promise the world. But it appears that World Mobile is actually delivering in a very big way. And now they're in the United States with expansion. And this is exciting stuff. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this down below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Remember, I upload every single day of the year. So make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow right here on